What's up, y'all? I'm PC McCray. You can call me P.
Hey, y'all. My name is Shaun the Head. You can call me Shaun the Head. And this is the Everything Has Changed podcast.
From 2 college roommates to 40-something adults, life has been lifing, and we want to talk about it.
We are the new adults, y'all.
How did that happen?
I don't know, P, but we got to talk about it.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's go.
What up?
Hey, P.
We're back again. I was clapping it up. Yeah, hype. We're excited.
I have a confession to make. Because the people who are listening.
What are your confessions?
Yeah. These are my confessions. Last week, we totally did a whole spiel at the end about celebrating 25 episodes for episode 25, except last week was episode 26.
Okay.
And it's my fault because I totally told P, you'll hear it in the show, like, this is episode 25. How do you feel? Wrong as can be. I've been wrong a lot lately. So, for anybody who caught that, disregard, but keep the sentiment of how we felt about reaching 25 episodes, but in actuality on episode 26. So then that means that this P is actually episode 27. And I have double checked. This is actually accurate information. Episode 27.
Actual and factual.
Actual and factual. So we are past that line in the sand. So we are excited.
Thank you.
Whoop, whoop. What are we excited about, P?
And still, we are excited as millennials who grew up in the 90s that the two have come together. Brandy and Monica are going on tour. Oh,
woo, clap it up.
When I first saw it, because it's kind of been, I've seen that poster maybe a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, that's not real.
Really?
Because I didn't see anything that followed up. Nothing official.
Right.
But this particular day when they dropped it, then it was they were on Good Morning America. They were on the Gayle King, and I was like, oh, this is real.
I think they were on the Tonight Show last night, too.
This is happening.
Press tour.
Yes.
Millennials having a good season right now.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm so excited. And Shaun, who was the favorite TikToker? She's the one with the chalkboard. She made a video and was like, nobody under 30. Don't even try to buy. Don't buy the tickets. This is for us. You weren't there.
You
had to choose sides. Were you a Monica fan or a Brandy fan? You had to choose back then.
And they had real beef, too.
They did. Didn't they fight at the
Yeah,
MTV
I
Award?
think Monica slapped Brandy or something. And I'm trying to remember what they said. I'm sure it's probably, I haven't watched all the interviews, but I'm sure it's either come up on the press tour or will be coming up shortly. Because I know they've told the story before. I feel like Monica felt like Brandy was annoying or something. Like she was like goody two-shoes or something. But I'm trying to remember why specifically she hit her backstage. But I just feel like she said she was being annoying. And it's like, is that all it took? But probably so, because, you know, Monica is known to...
Monica.
Yes.
They call her nickname is Gunica. On social media, they nicknamed her Gunica.
On the West Side, I believe. I think Monica is our age exactly.
Yeah,
I think so. When she was coming up, and she took off at like 13 or something like that. Even though she didn't look 13. So I was in junior high school, and we was bumping to Monica, but not bumping
College
to
Park.
Monica. Yeah, College Park, exactly.
College Park.
But she it was known she grew up a little different from us, at least over here on this side.
Well, and you're right. I did catch the interview with Gayle King, and she asked the question point blank. She says, there were rumors that you all didn't get along and whatnot. And we're adults now.
Yeah.
So that's one. And basically they said yes, but we were young and there were people, it was like manufactured beef. People in our ears saying, oh, well, she too goody too, you too this, you too that.
Yep.
And being teenagers with a song that puts them together. So it just was a perfect storm of chaos. And ultimately they both were like, look, we are adults now. We have children. She said at the Verzuz, it was the first time they got to see each other in years. And from then on, just built a genuine, hey girl, let's just talk. Let's just build a genuine friendship. And ultimately resulted to now we're at tour.
Because you can respect other people's talents. And then when you look up, and it ain't but a handful of y'all left. Well, that's not true, but in that bracket, because first of all, you had to be in that same bracket to be in a conversation. And if you look around and both of y'all are still here, that means y'all have both been through some things to get to this point. But then also think about all the people you might not have got along with in junior high and high school that now are either friends or you don't have no ill will, because it's like when you kids, young and dumb.
Young and dumb.
But
even with Destiny's Child,
right,
Beyonce and the girls, they had to come to a point where it's like, look, we're grown. Let's put that away. It happened.
And
yes,
people don't remember
grown.
when Destiny's Child first did that split. People was not on Beyonce's side. Like I remember there was the Vibe interview. Like it was bad for a second, and it was before Beyonce became Beyonce. So it wasn't like people was like, oh yeah, she should. People was like, what the hell you doing? Like, because Destiny's Child had hit the top. Like, they were at the top, and then all you heard was that it was her daddy. And then so next thing you know, people could not stand Beyonce. And so she had to come out and prove herself at the same time that she was essentially starting over. So there's a lot of that going around. I'm sure it's a lot of that still happening, but we are pumped. I remember when they did the Verzuz. I don't know. I guess it was a few years ago now. And they even, I think, had some T-shirts. It was like Brandy versus Monica and all this. And I was like, I don't know who I would, whose side I'm on for the Verzuz. Let's be clear. But then I was like, I love Monica down. I feel like I be singing her songs with my full chest. And then when Brandy started singing, I said, hold on. I actually have every Brandy CD. I know them from top to bottom. Then I started remembering how I used to play. Man, that very first Brandy CD when she was just a kid with Best Friend, with that original Broken Hearted. I used to be in my room playing the hell out of that CD. I thought I could sing, girl. I just was like, because when you think about it, were there other child singers? I'm not talking Disney Channel on the show. I'm talking radio hit stars for Black kids. R&B, pop, whatever. Did it start with Brandy for like our generation? I don't mean groups either.
Because you could say Tevin, but for
forgot about Tevin Campbell.
Girls,
you're right. You're right.
But for young girls, though, yeah, Monica and Brandy. Because what Monica made Before You Walk Out of My Life when she was 12, but it was released when she was 13 or 14.
Yeah.
So listening to that album, that voice was from a 12-year-old.
Right, and that's what was crazy.
That's
crazy. I remember in the 8th grade, because I had a crush on the boy. And then, we talked about before how you play the song and then you write out the lyrics so you can know all the words. was definitely doing that to Monica's CD. But Brandy also, because then Brandy went, she had the Brandy CD and then was on Fia, then went to Moesha. Brandy was a bona fide superstar because she had all these things going on at one time, whereas maybe nowadays people do one thing and then move on to the next, and her team was like, she gonna be in all this stuff at the same time.
Yeah. There was a clear trajectory there. And remember when Monica's album came out and she had that tattoo, Angel of Mine. She had to cover up her arm tattoo. So we were in that age of
She had that
purity.
armband.
I mean, even to the fact that Brandy had to lie. Yes.
Yes.
They
And
made
Sadie
her
was
cover up
married.
tattoos, and you had to have this purity. Brandy had to pretend and fake that she was married and then had this baby. So there was a thing that Brandy played more into, and Monica was like, look, I am who I am. Now, did that hinder her career? It could be an argument for that. Because she kept a certain, and the reason for that, I say, is her music kept a certain theme of song, of attitude, of spirit in all of her music. Whereas Brandy gave you all kinds of stuff. She opened it up. I love her music when she has like full orchestra, and she just did so many other things, including, like you said, Moesha, Cinderella. She played that game back in the day to open it up for more opportunity to me.
I don't feel like it hindered Monica's career though, because then that would, to me, assume that Monica wanted her career to be something else. And she doesn't strike me as a person who wanted that. I don't think she would have continued in her career if she had, honestly, because she would have been masking it up for the whole rest of her. But I mean, I don't think it hindered her career because I don't think that's the career she wanted. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel
Maybe
like
not hindered her.
I feel like I don't think every artist. This might sound crazy. Let me preface this. But I don't think every artist wants to have the big, huge pop star career. I think there are some people that want to do what they want to do, and like, I just don't see Monica wanting to be a pop star. I feel like she's sat right in the pocket of what she wanted for a long time. Now, who am I? I don't know. But it seems like her and Brandy wanted different things. And I think they both probably got what they wanted.
Yes, and the only reason why I say that, there have been interviews in the past where she had been given opportunities to do things, but she was like, I'm not going to change. I'm not going to cover up my tattoos anymore. Matter of fact, I got 2 more.
Exactly.
So if you don't take me this way, then no, I'm not going to sign up for your show or your endorsement, so on and so forth. So
exactly.
She stood 10 toes down on who she was. And in her albums, when you talked about having all the albums, I would buy a Monica album before it even came out. I'm just buying it. I'm just getting it. For me, they fell off at Code Red, the Code Red album.
Hold on, let me pull up because I'm trying to figure out when that came out, because it seems like
2015.
Oh, okay, 10 years ago. Okay, yeah, because I'm still standing. Okay, let's talk. Let's go high level first of all. Then Brandy versus Monica P. Now we will talk our favorite songs and favorite albums and go through their albums. But let's rip the Band-Aid off. Overall, face.
It's hard because I have when I'm
It
trying to
is
think of like
hard.
my playlist that I made,
Yeah.
and both artists' playlists. But that's the reason. Brandy's most recent stuff is on my playlist, so that's what I mean. Like maybe that would give Brandy the edge.
But even you say
She's
most recent from when, P?
let me see. I'm pulling it up. Let's see. The B7 was 2020. What song did I like from that?
Because I feel like the last album I really played from hers was the 11.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, exactly. Because Brandy would have them whole, but they both came from that era where the entire album had to vibe. The entire thing.
The whole album.
The whole thing. We wasn't buying singles.
Yeah.
I was looking at it last night.
Yeah, that was 2020.
Oh, Borderline. I forgot about Borderline.
211
Probably
was
the only
2012.
The only thing I listened to on that. Yeah, it's so 20. That's what I'm saying.
Same.
Really, they both had, I listened to it as a single. I downloaded the album. I want to say it came out around the time of the Verzuz, so I downloaded, support. But really, there was the last one before that I really listened to, and that was 211. And so both of them they've both been away for almost the same amount of time. Really. If Monica's last one was in 2015 that you listened to, and then the last one we listened to of Brandy was 2012. But I think Monica's
stuff. We've seen her too in film.
Who, Monica? What films?
Brandy. What was it? The horror film that just came out last year?
Oh,
the horror film. I'm trying to pull it up.
But it's like, just because she did it, was it a hit?
For horror films, I don't do scary movies. So
I forgot you.
That lady looked crazy. Anything that deals with children and like a possession, spirits. And that the trailer told me that the grandma was trying to take her baby by spirits and crosses and stuff.
I do remember it. Yeah,
I'm not doing this, Brandy. I'm not doing it. But yeah, that was what, last year, her film.
I don't think it was a big, like, I feel like both of them have been off the scene in a substantial way about the same amount of time. Probably, I'm sure, for different reasons.
So who are you choosing? Because it sounds like you have a choice.
I think when we went into the Verzuz, I really thought I was Team Monica, but they're basically the same in my head. So then, because I was Atlanta girl, like I really thought I was Team Monica. Just her, even her vibe, the songs, the attitude, all that I was into. But then when I really sit and think about it, I guess I would have to go Brandy, and vocally, because they call her the vocal Bible. Mm-hmm. But that's also nothing against Monica's voice. They just have this apples and oranges. You know what I mean? So it's like, I actually need both, by the way. I need both. But if I have to pick, then I would say Brandy, but then I would go in the car and then play Monica. Hey friends, we're so thankful for your support. If you want to be updated whenever we drop a new episode or when we drop some of the special things we've got coming, head on over to everythinghaschangedpodcast.com and drop us your email so you can stay locked in. Cool? Cool.
I'm still standing.
And I went to see her sing Still Stand. I went to her concert. She had a secret. They used to do these secret pop-up concerts in Atlanta. And so I went to Club Opera to watch her. You had to be invited or get tickets from the radio. Like, you couldn't just go in there. And so that was a good night. I saw her perform that. That was good. Great in person, great live performer too, Monica. The voice doesn't change.
I'll give you that with Monica. I saw her. That's what I was going to ask. Has Brandy toured before?
Before?
Is this her first time touring?
No, she's toured.
Yeah. Ever?
Yeah.
Has she? When?
Yeah.
I mean, I
thought for sure she did when she was young, for sure. When them first couple albums. You said ever, right?
I'm talking.
You said ever.
Okay. Well, what I mean is, I did say ever. Let me clarify.
Okay.
Monica has been doing shows for years now. She was on that Escape tour for a while. She was on somebody else. She's been out here.
Oh.
I haven't seen Brandy in her adult age out in the streets.
Brandy she hasn't been joining other people's tours, no. But she's been doing spot dates. So when I say spot dates, I don't mean like 3 months of a tour. I mean like she'll have a show in LA for a weekend. You know what I'm saying? It seems as if she really stepped back from everything. I think she said she was stepping back, to just spend more time with her daughter. And then I think she had some health issues at some point that she really didn't detail. So it was clear she took a step back. But she also clearly got enough money to step back to. But no, she wasn't joining other people's tours. And when you get on tours, that's really where the real money come in. It don't come in really from albums unless you going like diamond and stuff, unless you had the career Brandy had when she was younger, so she could do that. But that's why a lot of the older artists, every year you'll see them pop up on like a summer tour or something, because that's where they make real legit money. And
nostalgia too.
And yeah, it plays very well in our generation. I often wonder if it plays so well in other generations, which, like, of course you would think that folks would want to see their people. But for some reason, it feels like to me, like, if you just keep millennials happy, then you will always make money. It seems like we are so attached to, and you know what? Maybe it's because we genuinely got attached to people before social media. And so it's like the attachments that were built with us was literally built from ingesting your art directly into our veins every single morning, bus ride, after school, going to bed, every single day, 24/7 for decades. Well, it couldn't have been decades, but maybe 2 decades. Whereas after us, they're having a different experience, and no shade to them. It's just that they grew up under a different dynamic. And so we literally, and yeah, there are stars nowadays, but they kind of are stars for different things. Or, people getting canceled, you can hop on bandwagon, hop off. We literally knew every word of those album notes, the liner notes. We knew all your thank you. Because there was no, like, we had the pullouts and that's where you would see the picture. You had to go buy something. If you want to see your favorite artist, you had to go buy something, even if it was just a magazine. You don't have to do that anymore. Like, we
leave the house to go buy it.
Yes. We're a different type of fan, okay? And so in my head, it's like, if millennials are your core, millennials, or who's right above us? Gen X?
Yes. And I want to say, and artists before clearly, but the success of New Edition, how long they've been out touring again, it kind of gave other artists permission to be like, you know what? We could do this too. Oh, they want old school, quote unquote. We could come out too.
Those are the exact artists in my head when I was just thinking. I was like, in my head, I was like New Edition. It's like there's a difference, like before New Edition after New Edition, it's like a difference of how, how folks come out. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah, man. Because I went to the New Edition first. Remember, it was like reunion. Like that was the draw.
Yes.
Oh, they're reunited. And then after folks got over that, you know what? Fuck it. We outside every summer. Come catch us. And it's like,
Essence
yes,
Fest.
yes. It's true. And it's always a draw. It's always a draw. And now you got everybody is just coming back. And again, the voices, for the most part, don't change. Which is why I always wonder what the kids gonna do, because they voices already they be on everything. So okay, so let's look at albums. Oh, sorry. I just saw Sitting Up in My Room and I'm like, just that song alone. Okay, who do you have pulled up? Do you have Brandy or Monica pulled up? Because I'll pull up the other one.
Both.
Okay,
Tabs.
fancy. Well, I gotta put up on my phone, so I can only do one. So then Brandy. The album is called Brandy. Goodness gracious. See, that's the thing. Every single song, it could have been on the radio. Even this interlude. I dedicate to you.
Every single
Brandy was singing so Monica sings like, I want to say church voice. That's not what I mean. But when I say that, I just mean like the depth of like the soul of it. Brandy from the beginning. And I don't know if it's her team. I don't know if it's because I think her dad was a singer. I don't know if it's because whoever they had in the studio with her. But it was so polished and professional at that age. Like the way they were. I'm sorry.
Brandy is very breathy.
Yes.
What's another word?
Oh, her range is crazy too.
And that's why they call her the vocal Bible. What she does is so understated, but if you listen to how she hits the notes and when she makes the changes and all that, it's like, yeah. It's just not in your face. It's not that power like you're talking about.
And as kids, we liked the music. We didn't think about, how hard this is or how skilled she must be to do this. And now looking at it, it's like, this child. Okay, so Brandy, so for me, again, this is one of those, I distinctly remember in my bedroom playing this from beginning to end over and over and over again. But of course,
over and over and over and over and over.
Jeez. Okay, of course, Baby. But also, then Baby had a comeback with the remix with Queen Latifah and MC Lyte. Oh, and that hit a whole different avenue. I feel like Baby went harder on remix. The Baby remix went harder on, at least on the radio down in Atlanta. They still play that. Well, they still play all. Let's be clear. I literally heard Best Friend on the radio yesterday before the announcement. Like or whenever the announcement happened, I heard it like that morning. It wasn't because there was an announcement happening. It was like, no, this is what we play. But
they
also
play it.
Brokenhearted. Now, do you like Brokenhearted with Wanye or without? Wanye was on that remix. Yeah, it's
both. But Wanye brought, and that was when, of course, we had to hear about the gossip through the magazines. Weren't they dating at that time?
They were dating, and I even think there was a question of how old she was when, I don't know if they met when she was a minor, and then as soon as she hit 18, but they were dating, and I think it came out for real years later. Like, we knew it was gossip, but we didn't know if it was real. Then we found out years later it was real, but nobody really gave any details, and Brandy said her heart got broke. Oh, wait. There was a love triangle. Hold on. I want to say I know who it. I don't want to say it without. I don't want to be wrong, but yes. It was Adina Howard.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Now Brandy, okay, on one side and Adina Howard on the other. Adina Howard is the how that song go? I used to love that. I was too young to love that song too.
Freak like me.
I could be a freak until the
T-shirt.
dawn. And we can
T-shirt and my panties.
Yeah, T-shirt and my panties on. I used to kill these songs.
That's how you like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had a love
Freak
triangle.
Like Me.
Yeah. Yes. She had a good little one album run.
Wow.
She was dating Wanye, who was dating Brandy at the time, and she said she got blackballed after that.
Ooh.
This article is from 2019, and that's when she finally admitted. I don't want to say finally admitted it, but that's when it all came to light. So there was just kind of recently where it came to light, but she said that's why she didn't have any more albums. She said she got blackballed.
And Brandy and the team had power. She was like the America's Black princess, literally a princess in Cinderella.
But I'm looking at the date. Okay, they don't really say when they were all dating, but clearly it was back around that time. But I think the Broken Hearted remix came out because back then an album went for a good year or two. If they got to be a big artist, it went for 2. It like what Beyonce does now. Like it went a couple years because then they would tour or whatever off of that. So I think Brandy traditionally was having like 4 years or so between albums, and that was normal back then because it took a long time. So anyway, that Broken Hearted remix didn't come out when the CD came out later, but then that made the album go even longer. And I was a Wanye stan at the time. I will say Boyz II Men had,
Yes.
I was in the 8th grade singing them songs like I had a
They
broken heart. Till we go to the end of the road. I was actually just watching a clip about from Babyface about how he wrote that song. Oh, on Shaun Stockman's podcast.
Yes. I love his podcast, actually.
I haven't actually watched a full one, but I need to.
They didn't change with the times. What was that documentary that highlighted essentially how New Kids on the Block, NSYNC, and Backstreet Boys stole from New Edition and Boyz II Men?
Mm-hmm.
They just didn't change fast enough with the culture and got kind of swept away. But we're not going to sleep on Boyz II Men.
Never because I thought they fell off because Mike was his name Michael with the deep voice. Was it Michael?
Voice. Yes.
When he left the group.
Yes, but on the documentary, by that time Jodeci came in and Jagged Edge, so R&B came a little bit more hip hop.
Yes.
And they still stuck with their lane of R&B, which still sounded amazing. We as a culture just outgrew that sound. I still rock with Boyz II Men. I was listening to Doing Just Fine. It came up on one of my playlists of the day. I was like, you know what?
I'm doing just fine.
This was like the best breakup song. It was like, you know what? You thought my heart was broken.
What that 2? Is that what it was called? That album? 2? I know we're supposed to be talking about Brandy and Monica, but Boyz II Men is you can't not take a second for Boyz II Men. There was so many classic albums that used to come and I don't know if they were just classic because the amount of time that was spent on them and the amount of time that they were out doing you know what I mean? They really used to take time on these things. And then also they're just classic albums. But yeah, that Boyz II Men was my girl. You couldn't tell me. I guess I just thought I was a lot older than I was.
We did. There's a lot of music we didn't have no business listening to. Because we were also the generation that came in with hip hop, like 2 Live Crew rap and Luke rap.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When hip hop started, it was Public Enemy, Run DMC.
Mm-hmm.
Our generation, especially down here in Florida, like
Because I
Luke,
was finna say 2 Live
69
Crew
Boys.
was
2 Live Crew.
69 Boys was when I got into. Well, we already know I was an MC Hammer fanatic, but I couldn't really say I was a rap girly. But then 69 Boys. 69 Boys got me. They got me.
The Christmas song still rides to this day. They still play it on the radios down here.
Basically, anybody who came out while I was in middle school, that was the time. That was the time for me. Anything else you want to speak to on Brandy's first CD? Any other song you want to single out that I missed?
All of them. I tend to like the songs.
Sorry.
What? That was Mary.
I know.
Was she on that one? Okay.
No, but she has a song. She has a song called the same. She has a song called "Give Me You," and
okay,
so
that's what threw me off.
That's where my head went.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that ain't the same one.
That ain't.
It had to come out.
I'm yours, and love is on my side. I used to love those songs.
I'm trying to remember.
They were more B-side.
I know, but we used to listen.
Love is on my side.
How
can I let you know how much you mean to me? Let me see.
Interesting.
It was B, so like a lot of people didn't know it. I
had CD. So it's like I was listening from 1 to 12, 1 to 14. I'm trying to
play it, but I'm gonna play it so you can hear what it sounds like.
Yeah, play for me. Play for me. You're always on my mind.
Boom, 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 boom.
And this whole CD is only 56 minutes.
And we played 56 minutes of it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Honestly. I do know this song. Yes.
And now and forever.
Yes. Brandy.
Yes.
Oh, so good.
It's just
okay. Monica, Miss Thing.
I had the tape of Monica first. Played it, like you say, just push play. Just let it ride and flip it over. With You was my favorite song. I like kicking it with you.
Getting it on.
And again, she was singing stuff when we were like, we weren't supposed to be singing it, but we were singing. Hey.
When
right
I'm
into
with
the
you.
music. Lay back low when I'm with you. Yes.
Monica was singing them grown-up songs.
Grown up.
And we had no problem.
12.
Yeah.
Again, she recorded these songs 12, 13. So, wow.
You know what? This first album was a banger. Of course, we know Don't Take It Personal.
Yeah.
Like this and like that. I'm
love that.
Move along. This
when she covered Angel.
Yeah,
that's Anita Baker.
First, this is
like, come on.
I'm looking at these songs. Tell Me If You Still Care.
Yes.
I used to like this.
Why I Love You So Much, of course.
Of course. Let's straighten it out. They really
Hey.
No, you know what? This first album was by what's his name? You know his name. It started with a D.
Jermaine.
Mm-mm.
A B or
a D as in dog. Dallas Austin.
Dallas. Yes.
Now that I'm looking at this track list, this is really like the Anita, they really did lean into the let's straighten it out, because that was Monica and Usher. They really did lean into the soul singer. Never can say goodbye. No, listen.
They were pushing her in that because her voice was so strong at such a young age. They probably were throwing everything at her. They're like, "Sing this. Just sing it. It's fine."
This was excellent. Miss Thang,
sit yourself down, boy, and
talk to me.
I'm gonna play this.
That was. It's like I just had to be reminded.
Yes.
Reminded, because I think I had forgot.
They're doing this. You forgot.
Me too. They could go for a long time too.
So the interview that I watched, they were like, "We're good now. The problem is, how are we going to squeeze in what we both have into 2 hours?" Plus, they have Kelly Rowland
2 hours is not long enough.
And the newest American Idol winner, Jamal Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what she said. They're like, how are they gonna? What song? What's gonna flow? What's gonna make sense? How you gonna do it? That's the hard part.
And are they co-headlining? So they're gonna go back and forth, or are they just gonna Monday night, Brandy, Tuesday night? Because they both have.
They're figuring that out.
So many. Brandy alone got 7 albums, and 6 of them had hits.
That's what I want to say. Singles.
Jesus.
Brandy may have more singles that people may know. Like true Monica fans, yes, will know all of her albums, her deep cuts, but singles.
I feel like though, I feel like if you're going to see Brandy and Monica, either of them can probably play anything.
It's gonna be great.
Cause then you got the Boyz Mine, the Makings of Me, Still Stand. After the Storm, you got to be kidding me. This is going to be crazy. Okay. I forget. I actually can't probably.
Goes on remix.
This is.
You can't
because
decide.
I'm looking. Yeah, maybe I need to. Because Monica alone. Because I'm looking at the Boyz Mine. That's the one. The Boyz Mine is on the Boyz Mine. But then Angel of Mine.
Yep.
And, Misty Blue. Oh, her version of Misty Blue used to have me
classic
at the boombox like I was really in the depths and the throes of a divorce.
He was going
in
through
like 1997 or 98. Like I really was like, you would have thought that Misty Blue song. Oh my goodness. I feel like Missy had a song on here. Oh, Ring the Bell. Probably was it. And oh man, Monica was singing her ass off.
They tried to put in some of that purity stuff in there with the first night. I should make a move, but I won't. Now you're probably thinking something is wrong. Knowing if I do, then I won't be right. I wanna get down, but not the first night. They don't make songs like that anymore.
They don't, P.
But they're waiting.
They don't.
That's funny.
And she also had that Disney song though that did well. Was it Mulan? Was it a Mulan song?
Monica?
Yeah. That was I was about to say a stretch. That I don't mean that. But I mean that was probably the most pop thing she did. Was it Mulan?
She looked that one up.
Okay.
I don't remember. I know Christina Aguilera's Mulan song. But
yeah.
Monica did it.
It may not have been Mulan then.
I feel like she did have some type of.
For You I Will.
Oh yeah.
What movie was that?
For you I will.
Space Jam. I'm sorry. That was Space Jam. That's
Space
totally not
Jam.
Mulan. I apologize.
Not Mulan,
But that
that's
was a
fine.
big pop song for her because that was a Diane Warren song.
Still. Yes, that was on the boys' mind.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know why I thought it was
She
Mulan.
just. Oh, that's a
I'm
push
still
play too.
standing.
And that was 98.
Okay, you already did that one. But that
After the Storm is a push play. That's 2003. That's when
love
we were getting
all over me. Now I had to look at the lyrics and see if that's if that's one of them songs where they were like, how was I singing this at that song at that age? That love all over
we were in
me
college.
Were we? Okay, cool.
Well, no, Still Standing.
Were we? No, we was past
Still Standing
college.
is 2010. We're grown.
That's the okay.
That's fine.
We could sing that. Okay. Again, and that's just if I don't remember the lyrics, but that was a bit. Yeah, so I think After the Storm was probably the last big deal. That After the Storm was good though. So gone over you.
With Missy.
New
Life.
Now that was before Still Standing, though. I'm sorry.
As we continue to go.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Sorry.
This is reminiscent of Shonda and I one night in our dorm room. I don't know, maybe it was raining, those Tallahassee rains, you don't want to go nowhere. But we were in the room going back and forth. We had verses before we knew there was a verse. When our CD books, we had those thick-ass CD books.
In the year 2000.
In the year 2000, and we literally had our little boom boxes sound system and went like, okay, you gonna play this? Boom, I'm gonna put my CD in, I'm gonna play number 5. Bow, what you gonna do? We did that till like 3 a.m. Just going back and forth.
Yeah,
playing.
We had a friend come by. To this day, I do not know why she was in our room, but she was trying to kill some time, and we ended up coming up with, okay, P and I are both music heads, so we both pulled out them fat at 100 CD books, like you just said.
Books.
And she was like our DJ or
like
our MC or whatever. Yeah, like we came to school with those. Couldn't leave nothing behind. And she would play. We would be like, okay, no, wait. Were we battling each other? Yeah, no, we were battling. Because I always was about to say,
you had yours on your bed.
Yeah. I remember somebody played, I don't know if I played, I don't know if it was Troop or if it was High Five. But I just only remember that I played that because I had like a single. So I don't know if it was, I don't know which song it was. It had to be High Five because I can literally see the single cover right now in my head. I just don't know which song it was. But that's the kind of music we was playing for each other. Like we was we wasn't doing like, we was going deep in the bag. And I feel like P definitely would have me on the, it's like the soul, old school stuff. You definitely had me, P. Like but I'm trying to even figure out what was our criteria. Like, how do we determine?
I don't even know. We just,
So I don't know, girl. But
started. It went on and on and on, and we just had the greatest time. So when Verzuz came, I think I remember you texting me, like, remember we did this in school? We did this in our dorm room, like going back and forth with artists and different songs and music. We invented Verzuz, y'all. We just didn't know it was
we invented it. We should have caught on. We should have
in the dorm room at FAMU.
Okay, so
I'm excited.
I just want to say the Brandy songs I want to hear, cause I'm looking at Never Say Never, which was another. I want to say Never Say Never, and you know what? My favorite Brandy album is Aphrodisiac. My Aphrodisiac, and I don't know what I'm in, and I come back. and I don't know where I'm leaving. I wonder did Kanye do that entire album, or was it just
Dark Child?
Dark Child? Okay, so Kanye just
her
did.
relationship with Dark Child can be
But they
studied.
fell off. They fell off
They
at one
did.
point, and she made music without him. Right? I wonder
Yep.
if what that was about. I feel like they touched on it on Ray J's show. 'Cause who is she to you? Don't lie to me. Okay, and then Kanye was on the Talk About Our Love. I like that Sadiddy song. Oh, Say You Will. I'm sorry. This is just some of these. They just gonna have to play the whole album, and that's it.
All of it.
That's all. That's
all of it. Like you said, though, 211. When she came back with 211, it was everybody was like, okay.
Oh, like
here it goes.
Brandy. Oh, that song.
This is what we need
with Chris Brown. I'm gonna put it down. You're gonna fall in love. I'm gonna put it down. You're gonna fall in love. That's right.
That was my least favorite.
Was it? I had took that off. I put that on the playlist, girl. I said I got to hear this one. See?
I'm gonna put it down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it down. You're gonna love.
Catchy.
Yeah, that was my least
catchy,
favorite.
P. You loved it.
But it's still
you loved it. No,
this is interesting. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know how they're gonna do this. But now that music is this fusion trend that's happening where people are mixing it, so maybe they'll do some of that. They'll bring. I don't know. They have a lot to work with. God bless the producers and the engineers and the sound people that will be creating this wonderful evening. Tickets go on. Pre-sale is right now.
Today.
I'm looking at a pre-sale. MX. I want to go to Atlanta. Oh, let me just say.
Ask. Yeah.
Floridians are pissed off because not one single city is in Florida. Now, granted, okay, a lot of people skip Orlando, whatever. They usually do Miami, though. Miami and Tampa are go-tos for the most part. Not one place. So we're like, y'all either got to add on or we got problems. But I'm on an MX pre-sale right now for Atlanta, and I mean, moderately, the tickets aren't bad. They're not bad.
What's the range?
Not bad. The prices.
Because it's arena.
So, yeah, and that's the thing, too, the arena. So let's say, like a floor seat here that they've released is $208.
Oh, wow.
That's not bad.
That's cheap.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
seat.
That's a floor seat. And again, this is an MX pre-sale, so they haven't released everything. This is only what they're releasing now. Lower bowl, 178. So it's not bad. I saw one for 115 at like the top rows. So it's not bad. It's not going to be Beyonce. Giselle. Anyway. So, but I need to go ahead and just get our tickets because they're tripping for Florida. I have attitude.
I'm sorry, Florida. Maybe they're waiting on y'all to get a new governor.
Maybe I get it. But damn, come on, not one place.
That does sound intentional. It does. Gotta say. And Atlanta shows on Halloween.
We have an attitude.
So sorry.
Right.
I'm like, oh, goodness. Do you dress up when you go to a Halloween show? For Brandy and Monica? Maybe I have to dress up as like your favorite R&B, like, maybe you gotta dress up as your favorite Shaun. I don't know. We'll see.
223.
No, I'm definitely.
So it's not bad.
Definitely planning.
So we'll see what comes out tomorrow. Yeah, the full sale comes out tomorrow, though, right? Friday.
And that's what I don't like about the day and age we live in now. They will announce a concert the same week that the pre-sale and the regular
That's
sale
what I
happened.
said.
And I'm like, this is not fair, you guys. Like, literally, there was one day, 24 hours between when they announced it and when any of these tickets went on sale. And I'm like, this is not fair. Not only can they not wait till they get paid, it's like, if you don't get paid this week, so sorry, you better dip into that savings. And then if you do get paid this week, I'm so sorry if you had to pay a car note or something. Because I just feel like, didn't they used to tell you at least when it was, I feel like it at least used to be a week. And even then I was complaining. I'm like, how? But that's just me.
Yes.
Probably everybody's not like me. But I'm
I think we
always
all
shocked every time.
felt
I'm
that.
like, you tell me on Monday I'm supposed to buy it on Wednesday, and then I'm supposed to fight with everybody and get the seats, and then you don't tell me how much the seat's gonna be until it's time to fight. Like, how am I supposed to get all this done at the same time? It actually, girl.
Yeah. No, I said the exact same thing. I'm like, no, this isn't right. How y'all gonna drop and then want somebody to buy tickets this week? But again, they're not that bad.
Right. Much better
We'll see
than
what it's like tomorrow. The problem is the resale. That's what messes everything up. When people resell. They said they're trying to put a cap on that now, but it sucks. It sucks. So we'll see. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to actually purchase. But if based off of this pre-sale, hopefully it'll be the same. But we're excited. I can't wait.
Yeah, the group chat is pumped about this one. If I end up going, that'll be 3 concerts this year, Pete. That's a record for me, like, in the past decade for sure. But I'm sure longer than that. 3 concerts in 1 year for me. But I said I'm trying to get outside. I'm trying to do all the things that'll make my inner child happy. So yay me. I'd be happy.
So it's perfect timing.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited. That's what I said. Yeah. Millennials are having a great year. All the things. Things are happening.
Shonda.
I'm pumped. Pump it up. By the way, and I know you saw this, I just sent to you a couple days ago about the clip about how DMX's song was actually a diss track. I had no idea. I'm like, a DMX.
No.
I'm like, what?
We were too busy cutting up, dancing, as opposed, this is a diss sound?
And it was on DJ Head and Gina View's radio show. So I want to say that they were probably the full context of the conversation was probably like what has been the biggest diss song, which of course is now Not Like Us. But that's probably how this came up because DJ Head is affiliated with TDE and Kendrick Lamar. So, but they were talking about how, is it Party Up?
Party up.
Party
Y'all
up.
Gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here. Up in here.
It's a diss track.
What?
They said
it's a diss track?
And they said it's a diss track to Corrupt, who is a West Coast rapper affiliated with Death Row. And apparently Corrupt had released a DMX diss track first. And this was DMX's response. And I guess it was so good, everybody missed that it was a diss track. And it was one of his biggest hits. And apparently it had to do with Foxy Brown. Like, they were fighting over Foxy Brown. Meanwhile, I'm quite sure DMX was married at the time. Okay, he had a history. He had a reputation.
Let's start there.
I said quite sure. I actually don't know that for sure.
Let's start there.
I know he and his wife were together since kids, but that doesn't necessarily mean they were married at the time that this came out, but they were in relationship from ever since they were kids. So that being said, I don't even think I knew DMX had anything with Foxy Brown. But apparently DMX, Foxy Brown, and Corrupt had a love triangle, and it spawned this beef that got overshadowed by this song, so much so that the rest of us ain't even know it was beef.
And I mean, now with that context, when I go back and listen to it, I'm like,
Oh.
Well, he is angry at somebody.
Corrupt was engaged to Foxy Brown. I think I did remember them dating. They were engaged, but he suspected she was having an affair with DMX. And so Corrupt released a song called Calling Out Names in 99. And in response, DMX released Party Up in 2000. Let me see these lyrics, though.
Yeah.
Because
I'm reading them right now. So, yeah.
how the lyrics go, P?
Yeah.
You want to say the lyrics out loud?
That's why you left back looking at the roof of the church. Oh, Jesus. He said, that's why you laying on your back looking at the roof of the church. Preacher telling the truth and it hurts. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. But I thought he was talking to everybody.
Yeah. Yes. Homework assignment for everybody. Go back and listen to Party Up so you can hear that this is an actual diss track and not just a party song.
All I remember was, is this the same song? He said something to something. Your girl's a hoe. The baby ain't yours and everybody know or something like that. Was that the same song? Probably not. Oh, I love my baby mother. I never let her go. Yeah, I remember that part. Oh, here you go. You whack, you twisted. Your girl's a hoe. You broke, the kid ain't yours and everybody know. Now, wait a minute. It's you.
Wow.
But if you talking to Foxy, why are you gonna call her? Okay, this is just, you learn something new every day. But I saw it on Instagram, and I had to send it to P, our resident music historian. Like, can you believe this? Crazy. It's crazy the stuff you miss when you ain't really. Well, no, this happened in 99 and 2000, so I guess it was okay for us to listen to this. But clearly, my head was not in the right spot. I did not know we was dissing somebody.
They still play it. They play that like basketball games. So it's not. We never knew. I go to a Magic game, they're going to play this song. So now that we have this context, it's like, wait. All right.
Important context, too.
Okay.
We'll take it.
I appreciate it.
Learn something new every day.
Thank you. R.I.P. DMX.
Oh, he was my fave. For no reason at all, Mommy used to let me get. I also had every DMX CD. She bought them for me too. And she's like, "Wait, what is all this blood? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it."
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind. Never mind, Mom.
I don't know why I really had a affinity for DMX, and I bought his autobiography and everything. I really was like, I wanted him to be better. Definitely.
Well, good luck finding tickets tomorrow for Brandy and Monica. We will be in the building.
Yes.
Somehow,
some way. Yep.
Millennial hearts will be filled.
Woo woo.
Joy. Thank you all for listening. We look forward to talking to you again. You can reach me on Instagram at Better3701.
And I'm on Instagram and Threads at Hey Shonda Head. The podcast is also on Instagram at The Everything Has Changed Podcast. Check us out, y'all.
Peace. Want to stay locked in with us so you never miss an episode? Visit everythinghaschangedpodcast.com and join our email list. That way you'll be the first to know about new episodes and all the fun stuff we have coming your way. Meet us over there.